Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
Well, if you guys haven't heard by now, it's Caleb McGuire's birthday. So happy birthday, Caleb, as you get ready to celebrate another lap around the sun. And depending on what side of town you were on, you either saw a lot of heavy rain or some light rain or just some cloud cover, but definitely clearing up by lunchtime for another humid day. Well below that sort of triple degree mark, but still in those lower 90s. Take a good look, fighting back and forth from those 80s down into those lower 70s, then back and forth with those 80s, then right up into those lower 90s. And again, we're going to see how quickly we cool off with some of this light cloud cover making its way back in off towards the west. And of course, those strong southerly winds still going. A little bit of thunderstorm activity just around the Big Bend area, if not the Sierra Madres, as it makes its way down. 91 in San Angelo. Everybody else joining us in those lower 90s across the entire area. But take a good look at Robert Lee, 98 currently the sun, while down there in Sonora, it's about 91, so 7 degrees across the entire Concho Valley for a dry day as we continue to clean up with a little bit of rain making its way back in. Now, dew points are in those 70s and those 60s, while humidity indices are still in those 40s, so we'll see if we make our way up by tonight, because I am still on the lookout for a little bit of rain by tonight, if not by tomorrow, and there's more moisture on the way. Moisture Tracker is going to show you the strong concentration of orange slowly making its way across the Gulf Coast, and by Sunday, it stops just outside of the Concho Valley. So we're going to see how much moisture could make its way up here, but models are usually pretty ambitious. Of course, we're timing it out with some of that colder air making its way down from the west coast. Now, Stephen is in from his weekend and just in time, because take a good look at the upper level pattern. We were talking about it yesterday when we sort of see some of the actual sort of things that we were seeing in the atmosphere compared to the model, and things are shaping up pretty nicely but pretty dynamic as we see that sort of counterclockwise circulation make its way up towards the northwest, while we're keeping our eye on more of that regular circulations making its way down from the northeast. When we take a good look at the water vapor imagery, this is the monster that was over us yesterday. Look how much moisture is still pushing up around the Dakotas, while we're seeing more convection around New Mexico and Colorado again. But here is our circulation around the Gulf Coast that we have our eye on. It could follow the same trajectory as that massive circulation somewhere around Nebraska right now. Severe weather outlook is still the same area as yesterday, and we're going to continue to see rounds of cold fronts make their way through the northern part of the nation while we deal with our own problems down here with humidity and a lot of moisture in the form of rain. Now, when we take you down to the surface, take a good look at the severe weather alerts going off across Wyoming and parts of Nebraska, and still some high wind alerts off towards the west coast where some of that dry air is trying to make its way in. Around the Gulf Coast, still just keeping our eye on this circulation as it continues to try to form into something, but still looking like a disturbance in nature. Now, down near the Concho Valley, watching this cloud cover dissipate, but take a good look at the radar. A little bit of thunderstorm activity just outside around Midland. We'll see if it doesn't want to make its way in by tonight, but by tomorrow morning, clearing up pretty quickly for a good run of those triple digits, but it will prime the atmosphere as we get closer towards Wednesday evening. You'll see it sort of make its way back in from the west, but by Thursday evening, that's where we have it. It's Wednesday already. I'm wearing pink. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Thursday is tomorrow. The days are just running together. By tomorrow evening, take a good look. The line will make its way from Robert Lee all the way down into Ozona, then sort of push its way out of the area as it evaporates. But it's trying to force us in that pattern by Friday, still pushing up near those triple digits with a little bit of light cloud cover, but by the evening, it makes its way in. Now, we'll see if the model doesn't verify with it. So tonight, all the way back down into those 70s, I'm going to see how quickly we get there. And I'm on the lookout for more light rain. Then tomorrow, a good run at those triple digits. So we're practicing hot weather safety. But again, I'm on the lookout for some evening thunderstorm activity if the West Texas sun doesn't completely vaporize it. As we get closer towards the weekend, only a couple more days to go. I promise you, it's Wednesday today. We're going to see those triple digit temperatures. But once we get towards Saturday and Sunday, that moisture could make its way in, pushing us all the way back down into those lower 90s with a little bit more rain shower activity before we wrap up things in the last week of July around those mid-90s. Stay tuned. We'll have more of the break. You're watching KSAN News at 5.